Hi guys, João de Gregório here for another USF2000 tutorial. So this week, Road Atlanta, I'm using 54.2% of braking bias. Let's see the full lap and then I'm gonna explain it step by step. So let's see the full lap. This first corner is a fast corner and you want to maximize your speed on the exit. So I just start to braking around here, just after this light post on the left side, because it's just a slightly braking zone here. You want to carry as much speed as you can to the inside of the to to the turn one itself. So here I'm just coasting the car and then start to accelerating the car when I feel that I will do the corner. And you have to feel on the steering wheel that you have the correct angle to do the corner, and then slightly on the acceleration, because if you change the weight to the rear end so quickly here, you're gonna understeer and go to the grass and hit the wall. So for this curb, try to avoid the curb, but try to be as close as possible to the yellow line, because if you hit the curb you can understeer. So try to be as close as possible. You can ride over the yellow line, but try to avoid the curb to maximize your speed out. So here I'm doing a full throttle now and just slightly on the steering wheel to not understeer. Be careful with this outside curb. Try to avoid it as much as you can, because it can upset the car and make you go off track. And then I'm gonna be as close as I can to the left part of the circle. I'm not gonna open to the other side of the road. I'm gonna try to stick in the middle of the road, more to the left side here, because turn 2 is a tricky corner, and I think it is the best corner to gain time here, and the worst to lose time here. If you made it right, your lap will be good. If you made it wrong, your lap it's gonna be awful. So it's a very tricky one. I'm releasing the brakes here just to make the car rotate. Try to be as close as possible as you can to the curb here, and I'm gonna brake in this just slightly back of this white line here, the white dotted line here, slightly on the brakes, and try to release the brakes as soon as you start turning, because you want to make the car stick to the right direction. And here, try to hit this part of the curb, this outside part here, because you have to carry as much as speed as you can. So here I'm already accelerating here. If as soon as I release the brake pressure here, and I know the car, I feel the car gonna stick to the corner, I re-accelerate here, but slightly on the throttle. Don't be rude with the throttle here, because you can understeer and go over there and lose the lap. And on this exit, you wanna be with one wheel, with the left wheel on the curb, because it's gonna help you rotate the car and maximize your speed out. So here, try to be in the middle of the track here. You see that there is a gray part here, a gray tire mark here, and try to hit this part of the curb, not the whole curb, but only this part to make you be as close as possible to the right. And this is a full throttle zone, so full throttle all the way to the here. And then you see the curb, it's going uh, it's irregular here. So on this irregular part, you're gonna ride over it and start braking. Brake on the curb, and then on the way out, you wanna feel the bump of the car getting out of the curb to start rotating the car. So here, see? Here, as soon as I get off the curb, I start to turn in the car to the corner. Slightly on the brakes here, just be smooth with brakes and acceleration, and then full throttle all the way out. You can ride over this curb, but try to be with the car aligned with. If you try to cross the curb with the car, it's gonna jump and lose the momentum. So try to ride the curb with the car aligned to it. You can ride over this descent part here. I didn't receive an off track. I didn't receive any notification from iRacing, so you can ride over it and try to maximize your corner exit speed, because here it's all about corner exit. You have a long throttle zones here, full throttle zones here. And for this curve, we're gonna brake after the second here, after the white part between the two white lines here, the first ones, and slightly on the brakes. I don't use as much as 35% of the brake here. And then you're gonna release the brake, coast just a little, and then full throttle to make the car rotate here. You can ride over this curb because it will help rotate the car. So I exitate here with the throttle, but as soon as you point on the apex, you can hit the 100% throttle. And for here, it's not a very good braking zone here. It is not a very good brake reference. I brake here just by feeling, not aiming a point on the track or the wall. So as soon as your car align to the curb, you're gonna start braking. It's a little heavy braking zone here, and you're gonna start turning. Here, it's another key point to the lap. You want to make the car rotate as fast as you can, but you want to be with the balance. It you want it to be well balanced here, because as soon as you ride over the curb, you're gonna hit the throttle hard. So see, I'm getting on the throttle and then 100% before stop turning my wheel, my steering wheel. So try to avoid this outside curb because it's irregular and can hit the bottom of the car and make you lose speed or go off the track. And try to carry the maximum speed you can to this straight because it's the longest straight on the circuit. Try to be as close on the left side and then as close on the right side because it's kind of an S, but it's full throttle, so you want to minimize your rotation. So be close to the white line as you can. And here, after the 100 board, we have this white cut line here. We're gonna heavy braking here. We're gonna be heavy on the brakes. And then we're gonna slightly remove the brakes and start turning. And here I'm coasting because I want to hit this part of the curb. I want to hit the exactly apex of this curb and try. I'm accelerating here because I know that I'm close as possible to this yellow and white line on the exit of the first part of the chicane. And then I'm gonna accelerate it here, but it's smooth. I'm gonna do a smooth transition because I want to hit the apex of the second and try to not be off on the acceleration because it's an uphill and downhill section and you can lose a lot of time here. And then I'm 100% of the throttle now. You can ride over this curb because it's flat, it's not gonna upset the car. And then try to be as close as possible to the middle of the track here. I know that the tire mark is here, but the USF2000, it's not a fast car that you want to carry a lot of speed. So if you try to go outside here, you're gonna lose like a 1/10, 2/10. I found fast to do this way, in the middle of the track, and then begin to close. Here I hit the curb just to I think hit the curb here, it's good for qualifying because it's gonna make you faster because you did the small way around the turn. But for the race, try to avoid this curb because you can lose the speed for the straight, and then you can be easily passed on the end of the straight, and turn 1 is a little tricky to do side by side. So this was the week tutorial. For the next week, I don't have the track because it's an oval track, so I won't be able to do the data pack. So see you guys on Indianapolis, the week 13 of the USF2000. Thanks.